So I'm going down the list of questions that I've been asked recently by you guys, and one of them was, what was I looking for when I decided to date? And I did a video similar to this, like things that I was kind of looking for or that I don't want, stuff like that back in the past, so I will definitely link that video down below. But dating kind of, I didn't set out like, okay, like I've reached, I've been divorced for this long, like I think I'm gonna start dating now and this is exactly what I'm looking for. I actually went out with a bunch of girlfriends one night, and I did, the day that I did, no, it wasn't that day. And I just was looking out, good to go out and have fun. We ran into this guy, I'm sure I've shared the story, but we ran into this guy that, knew one of the friends that I was with. We introduced each other. We danced all night. We had a great time. Didn't plan on it being anything. Didn't even get his phone number. Nothing. Left it at that. And the next day I'm like, he was kind of cool. And he had sent a text to my friend and she was kind of cool. And we're like, oh. So she's exchanged our numbers and we started talking. And then we'd gone out on a few dates, just like kind of hang out. I'm like, okay, like we actually have a lot in common. Like this is fun. We enjoyed hanging out together. Stuff like that. So that kind of was like what launched me into the dating world. It was originally just a girls' night out. And this was before like my ex was really cleaned up. So like my parents were watching the kids. I mean, I was in such turmoil and such a hard time that especially in hindsight, I really was not prepared to date. But at the same time, I also was just kind of like, just having fun and doing, what I could, like as far as going on dates and stuff when I could get a chance. So I wasn't really fully committed. So that's what kind of started it. And then that's when I was kind of like, oh, like, well, it kind of feels good to like have somebody back in my life again, like have somebody to talk to and, whatever. So that then kind of bumped me into, like, we decided after, like, I don't know, a month, 2 months, maybe, I don't know how long it was, that we weren't really that, that compatible. He didn't have kids. He'd been married, but he didn't have kids. He wasn't sure that he wanted to be a stepdad role, blah, blah, blah. So didn't work out. We're actually still friends. We're still friends now. Like we occasionally, it's like, I'm like, hey, like this is wonky in my car. What do you think? Or, you know what I mean? Like, so completely just very, very, very basic. Like occasionally I like his Facebook post friends. So that was the first like experience, I guess you could say, with dating. And then after that, I kind of like a few people tried to set me up, like random super casual stuff. And then it was a few months later that my sister was like, you really should try Match. And that's when I actually tried Match. So that's when I was like, okay, like I need to actually think about this. So I did. And I was thinking about like what's really important. So when I was actually deciding on what I was going to be looking for, there were a few things that were obviously really important to me. Number one, I needed somebody who was like honest, completely honest. And the reason for this was because I didn't have that. The last few years of my marriage lies, like all lies. I had no idea what was going on. Nothing. I had no idea what was going on under my own roof. None. So complete honesty and openness and all that stuff. Number two was somebody that has a lot of drive. So I needed somebody who was like really like driven about life and was really into their family and they had their priorities straight, and everything that I had completely lost with my ex-husband was what I was really looking for. So obviously, a relationship where there could be a lot of love, but somebody too who's just really had it together. And I think in that video I gave the example, like, I don't care what they do. I don't care if they manage McDonald's, but they need to have passion about it and be good at it and, that type of thing. So that is what was really important to me. That's what I was looking for. And, I wanted somebody, for me, I kind of realized like it's really hard to find people who don't have kids to understand, I guess you could say, what it's like to be a single parent and how your kids do come first and your time constraints and everything, your patience. Oh my gosh, patience is such a big one. So those are some of the things that I was looking for. And, going online and dating online really helps that a lot because you're able to, narrow these things down and see what's important to other people. And it's just like scratching the surface. Obviously, you can only say so much online. Getting to know somebody is completely different than what, their profile may say on whatever dating site. But For me, it really helped weed things out. It was a bad date, and my sister, that really prompted me to get on Match. And the first person that I ever messaged on Match ever was my boyfriend now, and that was like the day after New Year's Eve 2014. Yep, that was it. So I think it was January 2nd, maybe the 3rd, I don't know, but yeah, that was it. Again, back then I was recording my life months and months and months behind, because I was just, during like the end of my marriage and the divorce, I mean, I didn't talk about it for the longest time. I didn't even share with you guys why I got divorced for like until a year after I actually got divorced. You know what I mean? So, that whole timeline here on YouTube's a little messed up, but I record things live now. I don't have like these big, huge, you know what I mean? Like things that I'm ashamed of anymore, like getting divorced. That was really hard for me to share. That was, oh my gosh. My high school reunion too was right around then. And I remember just talking to my mom, and we'd been divorced for a while, but I was talking to my mom and I'm like, do I wear a ring? Do I not? Like, what are people gonna think? And I had not accepted divorce at that time. So, anyways, hopefully that answers your question. I'll leave that video down below because it says a little bit more, but you know, I think the biggest answer to that question, not being so specific, but being really, really vague, is what was I looking for, was companionship. Somebody to talk to, somebody to love me, somebody, you know, to just share life with and go on adventures with, and, you know, raise kids with and stuff like that. So that's big picture what I was looking for. Yep. Pretty sure I found it, but I don't know. Only time will tell, I suppose. Damn divorce ruined ya. Anyways, that's it. I'll talk to you guys very soon.